Up from the bottom, his dad gives him $1 million. Go, son, make some good of yourself. Oh boy. But let's see, who do we have behind now? Ted Cruz. That's some scary shit. He gets a couple tattoos. He's Hitler. I mean, Trump, he'll be around, but you know, when Cruz gets on a roll, man, with that pale skin, I swear, someone has sucked his blood out, put it in vials, and sold it back to, I don't know, Lindsey Graham. I want to take Cruz's blood and kill ISIS with it. See what happens when you improv. You make shit up, and that's a good thing. Yeah. Let's see. Hillary Clinton. I'm trying to find something to say about Hillary Clinton. Yeah? Clinton, that last name, Clinton. Remember NAFTA? Oh, that was scary. I'm Bill Clinton. Yeah, we want to trade with the world. Thanks, Bill. Remember all the, Black Lives Matter? You know what that's all about? These long prison sentences for nothing? That Bill Clinton put that in. Law and order. I mean, you ever seen the map of how many schools are built versus prisons? It's scary. I'm a big believer. I won't get it. I suppose we could go into a lot of things. The prison industry in this country. I mean, the Republicans. They'll make a business out of everything. Look what they did in Flint. This little Snyder guy's got to go. You go home immediately. You get on your Facebook and you say, "Snyder's got to go." This little guy. To save what? $2 million. He wouldn't put the chemical in the water. Emergency manager. Anybody that's elected, all your power is gone. You don't have anybody to talk to. All your residents are not represented. All that. That little Schneider guy has got to go. Because there it is, the Great Lakes. 20% of all the fresh water on the planet. People right next to all that water have been poisoned. Deliberately. By Republicans. If I mention the stench of Republicans when they walk down the street with their, okay, Stoney, contain yourself. They're people too. Okay. Oh, Wally George. Anybody from LA? Wally George was, now Wally George was like one of these hate monitor guys. And I was reading this story and I'm thinking, Trump is doing the same thing. Nationally. Kick him out of here!
They have the same hair, too.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, Wally George was a scary guy. He was a guy down in L.A., had a TV station, hate radio. You've heard Joe Pine, a bunch of them. He was one of the last ones. He's not here anymore. But I was on his show. I said you had to sign a contract that would let his bodyguards physically remove you whenever he wanted. He had his little thing going. His bodyguards had these like Nazi uniforms on with the rope in front, and at one time Wally says, "And Stoney, I bet you're one of these guys that wants to let the immigrants come over the border." And I go, "Hey, come on now, Wally. The only immigrants here are me and you. The American. By the time I got Native American out of my mouth, you're out of here." Or as Trump would say, "You're fired." Sometimes I envy Republicans. Everything's so simple. If you don't like someone, you kill them. If they did bad, they put it in jail. Jeez. But that's a gun. That's why I think this gun issue, I hate to leave on it and go back to it. We need slower bullets. We need bullets that don't quite know where they're going. A bullet that maybe a couple of years later goes, I'm looking for a young white male that stole, sorry he's not here, damn it! And after a while the bullet drops to the ground, inactive. We need bullets with, Barry Manilow music on it and flashers. Bullet coming! The Las Vegas song, oh shit. Well, 15 minutes. We're getting down to the question part. I'm glad I got this far, wow. Hey, show's not over. In fact, I am never leaving this room. Ever. I'm going to call up my clown friends. They're going to come here. We're going to occupy the... Just kidding. It's been a real good time. And don't you know, you ever hear that? I always sing these songs because, you know, in Berkeley, you're close to LA, you got to sing a song that FASCISM, middle class fantasy. You know, that's how Disney can make a rat, a rodent responsible for the bubonic plague, a happy, funny creature. FAS, no. You heard that one. Well, comes the time and part of the show where, yeah, I'm not so good at beginnings or endings, but the middles are, I think, you know, this is a great book. I will tell you, you know, if you're buying it for a teenager, there's only like 2 swear words in it. There's no nude people, there's no N word, there's no B word. It's a great book. And someday people will say, I mean, this guy actually existed? He actually, the man that's running a scam that you'll like. Something like that. Oh, let's see. The 3 J's of free speech. To make it in this racket, you must be prepared to face the 3 J's. 1, jeer. Shut up! Get up, shut up, get up, get busy! Frat boys with beers. Shut. Jeer. Jumped. If you haven't got an idea, we're going to have to beat you up, sir. 3, jail. Oh, yeah. Jail. Man, I hate jail. That's something. That's why I'm against the death penalty. You put somebody in a little jail, that's a lot of punishment. A lot of punishment. But, okay. Stories about Kesey, meeting Ken Kesey. I think they go on any longer. I'm not going to get anybody to buy me dinner. But anyway. So, hey, any questions? Yes?
Well, I remember you from back in the day at Berkeley. How has the student audience changed? Or is it pretty much staying the same?
Well, you know, I get older, they get younger. There's that natural thing, right? Yeah, who's the old guy from the 60s? Yelling. Ever hear a Facebook story? Yeah, that's where we are, over here. Something like that. You know, technology has something, you know, when you try to, you know, whenever you go to the theater, right? Isn't the first thing they say, whether it's a movie, they turn off your cell phones. Give it a break. Here's what's going on. You know, that's hard when you're outside. You're not the boss of anybody. So it's sometimes a little harder to hold a circle like that. Which reminds me, that is a tough thing when you're dealing. Because I can remember people like play videos of like Jon Stewart. Oh, he's funny, Stoney. He's funny. Now, it's just something I put in my book. I wish I had, and I have one for Jon Stewart. I like Jon Stewart, but a button that tells you how much these people make. You ever see somebody on TV, they sound like they're talking like, yeah, they're for the work, whatever. You push a button, millions. I've always thought, after they get their first million, I kind of lose interest. Something about it. But yeah, students change, I change. You notice that with Wall Street culture. Like I was just there last November. I was doing my thing, I looked up and down the plaza, no street performers. None. I can remember the day when you had to wait for your spot. Go talk to the other guitar player, hey, how long are you going to be? 5 minutes? Okay, good. I'm over here. When you're through, can I use your spot? Okay. None of that anymore. You know, I think, you know, you ever been to a demonstration where the cops try to kettle you, get around you and push you like, you know, minnows into the mouth of killer whale cops or something? That's sort of what they do with society, you know. Media sort of kettles you into this. I miss the old days, but you know, it's like complaining about weather. I call it sometimes AC and BC. Like I'm BC, before computer. Some people are AC. I think 1983 is the year. You're born, you know, you're a little baby. I wonder what mommy and daddy are always doing with this shiny screen. It must be important. Any more questions? No, you can't have your money back, sir. I'm sorry. You know, this guy shows up every show.
I got a question in 3 parts.
Okay.
One, you think this country is headed towards another Great Depression? 2, do you see similarity between what's happening now in this country, what happened in Germany last century, 40s, 30s? And 3, is the weed stronger now than it was in the 60s?
Yeah, the weed's definitely stronger. But you know, it depends. depends on who you are. It's a depression now. How do we know they're just not creating this permanent depression, getting you used to unlimited wars, unlimited poverty? I didn't say it tonight. I guess we're running out of time now. My gripes about Obama. When he gave that money back to the bankers, I'm going, oh my God, what are you doing? This is your moment to stand on top of the Empire State Building with bags of money going, the hell you will! You lost it, now it belongs to the people, and you're going to have to bring King Kong himself. Give it back to them. Now the banks are bigger and stronger. I know. Let's see. What was the first part? We're not going to talk. I'm an expert on these questions.
Great Depression, Nazi Germany?
No, we won't have a Great Depression because we got land. We can grow stuff. I don't know. This is it depends on how poor you are. I've always lived in the Great Depression. I don't know what the difference is. Was it Nazi Germany? No, because people here don't know how to march. They don't do that shit well. They love the marching bands, and the marching bands act goofy and shit, but no, and no style. They can't march, they don't have any style. You see Trump? He's like a poor people fascist. I know the Muslims are going to build a big wall. Crazy crap, So no, the Germans are not going to take over the United States. I am an anti-fascist, though. I think you should have free speech unless you're a Nazi. You lost that right. What was the third part? Because we do want to go home.
How's Louise in the 60s compared?
Oh, I can remember. Oh man, I was out there the other day smoking weed, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I hope the cops don't come. And I thought, now they can come. They'll probably want to smoke your weed. Saying right. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's a lot stronger now. But I'm always in favor of, not advocating and necessarily grow your own, make those own decisions about what you put in your body. But I will say, if you stick with, I have to do this outside. You can't just say, oh, do coke. It's really cool. You're talking to the public. There's kids. Come on. And I don't do coke. Because, coke is good for business people. Because, greed has no limit. It's like coke. Greed is like coke. like Donald Trump. I got $9 billion. I wish I had 10. It's like I'm coke. Money coke. Anyway, so I've always said, you stick with Mother Nature, you'll be okay. As you make your trip circling up to the mountain top, where it's a little better life. Or I've said this, the next moon project I want to see is we grow a giant sensitiva plant all the way up to the moon and have smoking stations. And we smoke it, and then we went to the moon, we'll have video cameras of people going, can't grow anything here. Let's go back. And that will be a regeneration of this planet. When people say, you can't grow weed there, why go there? You think that little cart on Mars stops for a joint break? Look at that sunset. It's incredible. Where's sunset? I don't think this rise around has no money, We need a little cart up there that smokes weed. Okay, not seriously. No, the weed is stronger now. But cost-borne, and it's less fun. Because I remember the weed culture when it changed, when it went to cocaine. Used to be everybody sat in a circle and smoked a joint. Then when the coke came, two people went in the bathroom by themselves. Come out going, and we weren't doing nothing. No, you can't have something, it's too expensive. We can't share that. So, coke is like the pyramid of drugs. I do not advocate coke or meth or anything like that, but, what did Robin Williams say? Coke is God's way of telling you make way too much money. There's not one coca plant being grown in this country. But, since we're past that discussion, I hope they get lots of money, fix the potholes, for money, put the money back to education they're getting from that. So yeah, the pot's a lot smaller, more powerful, but how would I know? I'm like Bill Clinton. I say this. They asked him, did you smoke pot? He says, oh, I never inhaled. I say, I only smoked pot once. I never exhaled. Some of the best damn pot I ever had. I only had to do it once. That's why they call me Stoney Burke. If he ain't funny, at least he's stoned. I'm just kidding. more questions? I can't answer all your questions at once, please, please. I'm going to have a monitor come over here and we'll set up a... Okay. But yeah, you can get the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. We'll go over the student union one. Get a book. We'll do some, give away some books. Oh, no, let's see. We do have some books to give away. We do it. Okay, now, some of you may know the answer to this. Dave, you're out. You think of free speech. You think of Berkeley. There's one individual that stands out. He's gone from us now. Who is that person? He stood up on a car. He made a... Sometimes the hands of government get caught in the gears of... Huh? No, not Martin Luther King. Not from Berkeley. Okay, I guess no right answers? Okay. Huh? No, Dave, come on. These are college kids.
You.
Huh? Well, you did get the right answer. It's me. No, it's Mario Savio. You can look him up online. Let's see, what's,
Answer in here.
huh? Huh?
I said, is the answer in here?
Yes. It's my book. It's
There
me.
you go.
I'm trying to think of, yes, sir.
I got a secret question from someone in the room.
Okay.
Do you think this country is being turned into an Indian reservation?
Well, it is one. We stole it from them. It can't turn into something it is. Do I think it's turned into, you know, that's a weird question. I'm going to blog that tonight, man. That's the best question I got all night. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, I was a Native American minor in college just for that reason, because, you know, when you're staying on somebody else's land, you're staying outside among the trees, the nature, the beauty we have, you want to be on the right. I can remember taking drumming lessons in class, and my teacher would always say, "Sounds like Buffalo! Marching all over, what the hell?" They're the only white guy in there drumming, but I loved it. I love the land out here. Love the people. I can remember when I first heard the drums at University of Oregon, when Dennis Banks came into one of our classrooms just for a few minutes and played the drums. And it's like, you know, if you've never heard Native people, a drum circle. And Barney, my teacher, used to say, they have drums, you sit around the circle because the sound goes like this in a circle. And by the time it gets up to the great speed, you know, Western circle. Oh, I'm the bass player. I'm the drummer. I'm the singer. Let's all get together. They just play that beat. And you know what? Someday that beat will rule this land again, maybe. Because you know, when you believe in the land, you got everything. You believe in Donald Trump? Oh my God. But, you know, Trump will be beat. I just hope he stays in. He's destroying the Republicans. But hey, I promised at the beginning I wouldn't talk about Trump at the end, so we'll leave it like, hey, I do want to thank you for coming tonight and being patient with my presentation. Well, let's bring out those aliens. Thank you so much.
You have to bow.
Yeah, oh.
There.
Thank you, my audience.